everybody.
Hi. Hello.
Hello to everyone who are watching PITE Penang International Travel Exchange 2020 digital show. Welcome to this very special international forum that we're having right now. We are super excited to have everyone right now. This is forum number 2, and I've got a very big shot in Penang in tourism industry. Let me introduce everyone right now. So today we will be talking about the Penang secrets to domestic tourism success, and I have with you these are very prominent tourism players in the house right now who will be joining us on the forum. Let's say hello to some of them, okay? Let's flash out. Hi to Chok. Hi, this is Mr. Chok,
Hello.
the CEO of Penang Global Tourism. Hi, Chok.
Hi,
And we
everyone.
have
Hi.
Hi, and we have Ms. Katharine Chua, the Vice President of Association of Tourism Attraction Penang, ATAP. Hi, Katharine.
Hello.
She has very beautiful background. I'm trying to be like you, but unfortunately, you have the real deal over there. And I have none other than the acting chairman right now for the Malaysian Association of Hotels, Penang chapter. Say hello to Mr. Kumar. Mr. Kumar, how are you?
Hi, hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching, allow me to introduce them to you so that you can know who they are. And for those of you who are big fans of them, do write us any comments at all in the comment section. And if you have any questions, throw it to us. And then I'm pretty sure we can just flash it out over here. And I'm sure all these professionals will be able to answer you. Okay, so those of you who have any questions, just post it out and we'll try to answer them if time permits. Okay, let's first of all introduce Mr. Chok. Mr. Chok holds a bachelor degree in graphic design. Well, we're talking about someone who is internationally recognized right now. His greatest accomplishment as executive creative director, leading Haku Hodo. Haku Hodo Indonesia is actually one of the oldest agency in Indonesia, and he's been winning gold Lion Award in Cannes Outdoor category 2013. So we're talking about an internationally recognized graphic designer right now. And as a Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Penang Global Tourism, PGT, since 2014, Mr. Chok has established a few signature programs such as the Hot Air Balloon Fiesta and the Penang Anime Masuri, who has become an annual event. I go there every year. All right, this is like a not to be missed event. So those of you who are watching, make sure you check our calendar. Make sure you come to Penang during these events. And other than that, we have on the screen right now, we also have Ms. Katharine Chua, who is the ATAP Vice President. She has been managing Tropical Spice Garden for I think 15 years right now. Still very young. She sees that as an ecotourism project, but she also sees that as her beloved Eden for 15 years. It's always more than just business as usual for her, and it's not just a tourism attraction, all right? It's a lifestyle for her, and it symbolizes a relationship between man and environment, culture, and nature. So to her, with passion like that, my God, those of you who are watching and you're in love with nature, do keep in touch with her because she's one of the best in Penang and will give you all the tips on how to manage a garden like hers. All right, next I would like to introduce Mr. Kumar. He's the acting chairman of Penang chapter right now. He's a true spirit of a hoteler with more than 3 decades. Wow, you still look very young, Raj. Definitely not 3 decades. I see 3 years maybe. 3 decades of experience in hotel industry, and he's currently serving as a general manager in the Light Hotel Penang. And this man is visionary, I tell you. Watch out for it, ladies and gentlemen of the world. He visioned Penang tourism industry, and of course, he visioned it very far away. And for a man like that, he has many programs in his pipeline. So hoteliers, fellow hoteliers, follow up with him, and I'll make sure you soar and make sure Penang goes direct to your doorstep in his pipeline program. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. 3 wonderful speakers, panelists for today. We will start our program on some tips. Sharing is caring session. Now we call this sharing is caring session. So, everyone, panelists, it's time for you to share some secrets with our viewers right now. Let us start with Chok. How about this, Chok?
Sure.
Being the PGT head right now, the CEO of PGT. We want to hear from you. What is the secret of Penang's domestic tourism success?
Okay, thanks, Joanne. And a very good afternoon to everyone who's joining us today. I think for Penang, we are. I mean, tourism play a very important role for Penang economy, and I think I know one of the key success of Penang tourism. I think is the players. No, we have everyone that is very supportive to the state. We have everyone work as a team. The hoteliers, the attractions, travel agents, tour guides, all the industry players actually work as a team, and then we move as a team. And the thing is that everyone respond very quickly to. Then we are very open for discussion. So I think that is a very key thing that if we work as a team, and then I think that's the formula or the secrets for Penang. Teamwork. Everyone works very closely with each other. Yeah.
So there's nothing fancy, you're saying? Nothing fancy. Just teamwork.
I think if you talking about one of the unique thing is that everyone in Penang, they love Penang so much. Everyone they work. No, they promote Penang with full passion. So I think that is the secret recipe of Penang. That's my personal view, lah. Like everyone will tell you, the best food in the world is Penang. There's nowhere else compared to Penang. So everyone is so proud of Penang, and all they promote Penang with full passion. Yeah.
I can see Raj and Katharine is like nodding their head non-stop ever since you talk about
totally agree.
He's in the right pipeline. He's just telling the truth.
So there's nothing fancy.
Yeah.
All of you agree that the secrets to Penang's domestic tourism is teamwork among the industry players.
Yeah, but I think the baseline to the teamwork is because everyone is so passionate about our island and our state. Sorry. We see so many assets. We see so much beauty. There's such an amazing place to be, and increasingly more so. We see it, we feel it, and there's just a rising pride. And I think in being a Penangite, definitely. So I think that unity comes very easily.
That's what Choklan was telling. What Choklan was telling was exactly true. When we had this COVID, I think we are the first one to start this SOP, recovery SOP, what we should do, what we should not. We all were together. And if I'm not mistaken, we are the first state, to come up with all the SOP. And we were the first one to be leading all this. And being Penang, I'm very proud about that. And I think this is one first step to move forward from other states. The other states are good. What I'm telling, we have taken the first step to show that we are ready. It's like we have experienced it, but we have never seen this before in our life. So that's
we
a beauty.
have to truly say thank you to Penang Convention and Exhibition Bureau for heading it, right? The next normal guideline. Yeah, that's the next normal guideline that Raj mentioned just now, with everyone in the industry playing their role, coming up, chipping in ideas on how to manage an SOP for everyone, so it's safe. Thank you so much, Joanne. All right, let's move on to Raj, since Raj is on it right now. Raj, come on, share with me some of the updates in terms of the recovery in hotels business. You're talking about SOP just now. So how's the hotels doing in Penang right now?
Before I start, Penang was, as I said earlier, they have 4 beautiful things that to promote local tourism, domestic tourism. Okay, first is the beach. Okay, Penang have beautiful beach, and that is the first advantage. Second, heritage. Okay, which I consider as a town hotel or heritage. And number 3 is, of course, the food. People will just come for food to try it in Penang and go back to KL. You have the kind of people in the market, which is lately I see that happening. And last but not the least, the people. You can't get as friendly as Penang people. So these 4 roles actually start off local tourism or domestic tourism to flow into Penang first compared to other states, what I've seen. As you said, how recovery in Penang, we during COVID, it was single digit, or some of them have shut down temporarily and all that. When come June, when MCO was lift up, for a while, we've seen some double digit coming up. However, the most who got the benefit of local tourism to start off is a beach hotel. As Malaysian cannot travel out of Malaysia, they have to go and travel in Malaysia. So advantage of Penang, as I see the 4 things, all in one package, and all the beach hotel been filled up on weekend. It's a very good sign. And of course, the beach hotel enjoy this on weekend, but not on weekdays. Eventually become not bad to maybe 50% occupancy and all that. But slowly, as the local are supporting, and we also give a lot of promotion. Room which is being sold for maybe 1,000 ringgit, now we go for 500 ringgit. That helps the local tourism who have not tried certain hotel, which was expensive before because of international. Now we are doing local. So we do whatever we can to survive first. Otherwise, we need to feed a lot of people in this Penang workers and all that. Okay, to go forward, we also have certain hotel which have their own swimming pool. I'm going to mention the name. Okay, but that is a benefit because you can't swim in the public and all that. That hotel benefits. Okay, so we did enjoy a fairly share of domestic tourism, especially beach. Not many in the city, but was better than nothing. Of course, the mainland is the last one, and is more to do a businessman. We do enjoy at least 50% occupancy at the same time. However, now with Selangor and KL is been locked down, so we have dropped very badly. Okay, but most of us are very strong that we will go back to what we have gone last month or before October 15, I can say.
I think Penangites are fairly strong, and of course we are all very dedicated to observing the SOP. That's why we are still very healthy, as a state itself as a whole. So talking about the health of the beach hotels right now. Those of you who knows about Penang right now, if you are going all the way to Batu Tinggi and all those beach hotels, before you actually reach the beach hotels, you will actually pass through a very beautiful sign called the Tropical Spice Garden, and it's none other owned by Katharine right now. Katharine, maybe you can share with us a little bit about how tourist attraction like you, how is it so far? How's the tourism recovery process? How's the trend that you are observing? Are you trying to, work together hand in hand with the hotels, come up with special packages or something like that? Maybe you can share with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us are in the same boat, and as Raj shared, it's all about domestic tourism, and it's been really encouraging to see that that we have a domestic appeal. So even without the foreign visitors, even amongst fellow Malaysians, they like to come to Penang, they want to come to Penang, but that's encouraging. So at least right now, although we're in a tricky situation with potential lockdowns happening here and there, at least there's that feeling like, okay, at least we know, there's a precedent set already that we know that once the lockdown lifts, there will be demand again. So at least that's encouraging, I think. So with the numbers, I'm like, all these monkeys are like behind me. But yeah, so the numbers had been encouraging until all the lockdowns started happening, and so it's directly proportional. Once cases rise, we get affected again. So it looks like it's going to be like this for a while now. Yeah.
But I see it a very healthy way of growing, right, Kat? Would you agree on that?
Healthy way of growing.
Healthy time. We're not really dying yet. Everyone is still going on a business as usual.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's business as usual. No, it's not. It definitely, it was not business as usual. For me, at least, it caused me to really dig very deep to find out what are we going to do. What's our next plan of action? Because it's not business as usual. I don't think. Many people are diversifying, people are shrinking, people are looking at new ways of doing business because the climate has changed. So it definitely has changed.
But talking about this, I'm actually thinking about Chok. Maybe Chok can actually give us a little input on this. You see, we're talking about opportunity in tourism as a business. Many people are always looking into tourism, and possibilities are wide, a very vast variety of it. How do you think, for those of you who are still looking for that opportunity in tourism, what are your advice? What do you think about this?
If you ask me, I think there's a huge potential of on tourism. Of course, what we're facing now is temporary. For example, like maybe 10-15 years ago, I mean, like when we have SARS, it's also this a few industries is hit badly. I think tourism is one of them. So, but you can see that actually after that they have a very quick rebound. So I think we're going to see like a quick rebound. Like after all this is been over. So the potential is there. Of course, it's just like how we're going to work together with a new norm, and how you're going to work closely with the industry player, and not to forget, nowadays, we have one very key element is actually the new technology, But the thing is, if you're talking about for tourism, the key thing is still the same. It's about your experience. So that cannot be replaced by technology, And then I think we just need sometimes when things are subsided, and then things will pick up again. And of course, the opportunity is always there. And now, that's my view.
I think Joanne came up with a very, very good point just now, Katharine. The look and feel of it, to actually be in there and not just using the technology, like Joanne. You can't really feel tourism through virtual like this, but you have to feel the monkey, right, walking behind you, like how Katharine was just now.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean, Joanne?
Yeah, what makes your experience different is always things that involve your senses, the things that you smell, the touch, and you taste, so things when you experience through your senses, right, it actually give you a more in-depth kind of experience. That's always make your stories different with the rest. And so nowadays we are talking about on social media, everyone is sharing on their personal experience. So I think at the end of the day, nowadays, experience is a very key thing.
Great. That was a really something to think about, food for thought for everyone who are traveling right now. I can see quite a number of people who are actually online right now with us. So let me do a bit of advertisement. So those of you who are viewing right now, if you are coming from all over the world, why don't you just type in where you are coming from, like the state or the country that you're currently watching from. So our panelists will know who you are and where you're from, and at least say hi to the countries that you are currently in. And for those of you who are logging into PITE2020 right now, welcome to Penang International Travel Exchange. This is specially brought to you by PSAP, Penang Convention and Exhibition Bureau. We're very happy to be here with everyone, and today is our second day, and we're going to have this forum for an hour. And tomorrow, the same time, we'll be having a forum as well, forum number 3, headed by Prashant tomorrow as well. So stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Make sure you log into Facebook. So those of you, don't forget to put in the comment section and let us know where you're from. Okay. Now let's get back to our panelists right now. We have Mr. Chok just now from the CEO of Penang Global Tourism. We have Katharine, the Vice President of ATAP, Penang, Association of Tourism Attractions, Penang. And we have Kumar, who is currently the acting chairman of MA, Malaysia Association of Hotels, Penang chapter, right now with us. These are our wonderful panelists who agree to join us on this forum and share with us the secrets of domestic tourism success. Now let's get back to Raj. Raj, come on, tell me what has to be done to boost domestic tourism according to you? Come on. Something.
Okay.
I just want to squeeze some secret out of you. So give me some secrets.
Let me start with, I think let me start from Penang himself. I think Penang State and Penang Tourism, YBU have done a lot of things to promote internally first, okay, and to bring up Penang. We have to do next until 2021, I assume, okay, until this COVID has been cleared, we have to focus on domestic tourism. We have to work together first in Penang with the ATAP, with like Katharine, what he's doing, you know, any attracting in Penang with tour guide and package it together with the hotel. Is now not method of doing it individually. We have to do it more into a group as a package. So when we sell it to the domestic market, for example, somebody come 3 days 2 night, they can stay 1 day in the beach, 1 day in the city, you know, and at the same time they can enjoy all the facility with one package. So it's matter of survive. Katharine was said we have to think deep inside how to find new things. For example, in hotel industry, we have to think out of box. To be very frank, I was here during MCO and I learned things that I never learned my 33 years in this industry, which is very expensive lesson which I will never get my whole life. Which make me to think out of the box. For example, we have to do catering, we have to do deliver service, which I never done my 30 years, but we have done. We have learned, and we have to think 1, 2, 3, 4, and go on until whatever numbers he come. First to survive. Second, to make sure the owner can keep all of us survive. Okay. Third, how to look internally first. So as I mentioned, the state government is doing quite reasonable support to all the hotel industry plus others. But I think we need to do more, not only in we have to go to other states. For example, Penang, ATAP, okay, to Terengganu, and go promote Penang over there. How we promote? Again, package. One is a package with hotel, attraction place and all that. Food. Of course, people know Penang food, but like what Chok Yan was telling, without tasting it, you won't know. You can talk, but you need to put in your palate, and then you need to know how does it taste. So for them to come, you have to make them to taste of Penang. For example,
That's actually true.
do exhibition in Penang. We used to do, Chok Yan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, in China, Shenzhen, all this do. Now go. So why not we go and do internal first and make it a big fest of it and go and introduce, bring all the hotel chef, the attraction which you can do in LED presentation, whatever. Attack the one state first. Go state by state. By the time you finish all the state, I think the border has been open. You can start focus the national market. Okay, so my suggestion is to state government and also MOTAC, okay, to help the hotel industry plus other attraction place, okay, to promote together. Don't split up because this is all in tourism package, included the guide, included the place to visit, heritage area, all this. Package it up, go and do a roadshow. Because we just can't sit and wait for people to come. Even though
That's
people know
true.
Penang, but how many people know really about Penang? Like, you know, we need to go there and show this is Penang, this is what you get. This is a time for next 1.5 years, you can get this package. You know, maybe 2022, you will not get this package anymore. Okay, because that will be in
That's
the
true.
market already. So this opportunity for local to come over, grab and fill it. Okay, that is my opinion. I think that should be more than what we have doing now to look into a new market, new ideas, think out of box.
I see Raj is actually sharing a very, very good tips to all, even actually not just Penang, to all the states in Malaysia, or to everyone who are currently watching to actually work together and come up with a special package and bring the state to you, right? So you actually need to hold hand together with Katharine, together with ATAP, and of course with the government agencies and everyone to actually go all out and bring the state to you to experience it. Come on, Katharine, how about ATAP? Is ATAP adapting well? Is this sort of like a success formula for people like ATAP in the tourism attractions. Can you all do something like that for Penang? Is this what you're looking at?
Yeah, well, I think that the first people to have modeled this kind of link up really came from the tourism, the travel agent corporations like MATA and MCTA, the Malaysian Chinese travel agents. So they've done a great job in
Yes.
putting attractions together and doing these packages and all that. And this conversation that Raj is talking about now between attractions and hotels, that was actually in the midst. PGT had actually begun that whole conversation even when COVID was about to descend on us, and yeah. So I think the model has definitely worked within attractions and day visits, and I think it should be a very easy next move to just put the hotels together. I think before COVID really hit, there was still a lot of like, this is too low, we can't go that low. But I think right now, with everything that's gone on, I think revisiting this conversation, I think the hotels and the attractions would be a lot more willing to give, to really strip down, to really come to, because it's either you have a little business or you have nothing. So I think a lot of people would be more willing to work now. So I think it might be easier job for Chok moving forward. But just to add on to what Raj is saying, I think this is something that we've discussed amongst our ATAP members as well. One of the things that we feel we should really lobby for is, and again, this is out of our control, it's out of state control, but more federal, to allow MM2H and long-staying visas. That should be really considered and encouraged, because they've got spending power, and they want to invest in the country. They want to spend here, they want to live here. So quarantining a long visa stay guest wouldn't be a problem. I mean, if I'm coming in from the UK and I want to be here for 6 months, I want to escape the winter, 2 weeks quarantine is not a big deal. And that, there's a, right now I feel within the MM2H market, there's a lot of, they feel unwanted, and a lot of them are losing interest in the country, which is not good. We want to keep them. So we really should work hard to see how we can work with them, invite them, make them feel welcome here. I think that's one key angle. And I know this is a sensitive topic, but within our members, we've also talked about, doing some regulated medical tourism to come back as well, as long as it's not done like, suddenly and unresponsibly. But if it's done well and proper, that's also a big market that could be considered if it's controlled well. So that's just my 2 cents.
That's actually wonderful to actually tap into different markets, and of course pay attention to different people, different needs as well. You're actually very right. Even medical tourism needs to be focused on, education tourism. Also talking about MM2H, I mean, been there, done that. I've met so many of them who definitely wouldn't mind to stay in Penang, given the beauty of Penang, and of course the safety and all the SOP that we are all working together as a team, as a tourism industry player. I think maybe Chok has something to say. Chok, everyone has a role in promoting Penang, and you said that before, and you said tourism Penang is for everyone. In fact, it's in everyone. In what area do you think Penang has to pay most attention to when it comes to promoting tourism? What area? Is it the mindset, the people's ideas, creativity, or preserving the heritage? Well, what area do you think that we need to focus on the most when it comes to promoting tourism?
Wow. I think, I mean, to be honest, I think, in general, if we're talking about the tourism products that we have in Penang, it's quite diversified. Beside the leisure, we have business event, we have medical tourism, we have cruise tourism, we have education tourism as well, to a certain extent, wedding tourism. So, but the thing is, if you're talking about, and then if you're talking about leisure as well, we are we are a destination that we are very lucky. There's a lot of things that we can offer, like Raj mentioned just now. We have beach, we have heritage, we have art and culture, we have food, we have nature to offer. So if you're talking about the challenge that we face, I think is we can't use one tools applies to all. I think is that when you try to, if you are promoting medical tourism, like the language that you're going to talk, need to be in their language. If you're talking about business events, so it need to be in that kind of tone and manner, in that kind of language. So I think the challenge that for Penang, I think is just like when we are promoting, we need to know who is our target audience, and then the right tone and manner, the kind of wavelength, so called, so to talk to them. So I think that is, if you ask me personally, I think that's the challenge, that we have. But it's a in a way, it's like it's good that Penang have such a diversity. We have so many products to offer. But I think for example, the travel agents, when they want to promote, then for medical, the information that you need to share, and the information that require compared to education and wedding tourism or even leisure is very, very different. So I think in just that when you talking to different target audience, you just need to have different kind of language that's suit to that product, and or category, so to say.
So in short, you're saying that we have to be creative then.
Yes. No, in these days, we need to be creative, and then always, constant change. You need to learn like what is the latest trend, what is the latest update. For example, from the state or from PGT point of view, so we also try to adapt to new platform. From Facebook, and then we have Insta, and then now is TikTok. For China market, we have WeChat, Weibo. So we are exploring all these upcoming platform. Like TikTok is so popular, but to certain extent, to be honest, I don't really understand TikTok. Like but the thing is, I know it's a platform. And then it's getting very, very popular. And then you can't have like one size fit all. Like the content that you are producing for social media, Insta and TikTok need to be different. You cannot just edit and then just post it or share it on TikTok or Insta. So you need to make it all the platform, if they have their own DNA, so to say. And then that's why we have to actually study them individually.
So I'm going to go a bit of round robin right now. We're talking about creative economy just now, touching a little bit on what YBO is actually on right now. Creative economy, how can that apply to tourism industry? In all three of you, my dear panelists, your point of view, tourism industry in Penang, how do we apply on that? Or are we already practicing that already all the while? Creative economy you're talking about.
Okay, I think I will start first. I think for recent years, everything has been practicing that. Everyone has been practicing it without realizing. Like for example, everyone is thinking out of the box nowadays. Everyone try to find new ways to promote. Like for example, with this pandemic, everyone try to find new ways of doing business. And I think all these creative economy, it will start with your creative thinking. I think that's the most basics and fundamental. And so with that, if you're using your creativity, how to actually maximize the outcome. And then the thing is, I think for creative economy also, we need to constantly keep track and update with what is the most current situation, trend, situation, and also the technology. That's my view.
How about Raj? Katharine, come on, what's your input on this?
Shall I?
Raj?
I think again, I was telling exactly, because we have done this, we're overlapping, and I think it's the right moment for YB to be sitting on that position and to expand it and to enhance new way of doing things, which we are doing it. As I say, Penang is creative. I've seen it. I can say experience hotel selling chopstick, hotel selling things that logo brand things in the market. So this is one of the proactive. You used to be in the room. If you take from the room, they will charge you. Now some of you, some think this is souvenir. It's nice to have in our house. We have visited this hotel. Because that is a hotel way. We never thought that, there were going to be a sort of a creative business. So what they do is they bring the Japanese style of packing, make it look beautiful, and package their product inside and they're selling. This is one of the creativity. I can give you example. To start off, and I told you earlier that, we are doing catering, which is takeaway for factories which cannot come and dine in our place. If you have a ballroom, I think 1,000, and you cannot sell it now, 1,000. And how long more? We don't know. So what we do, we think out of box. We split up into 3 or 4 group. We put it nice, wrap it nicely and send to them. Okay, deliver food. People want to eat in a hotel, but they want hot, fresh. So in that distance, warmer, get the, we never put in a car or motorbike and put the food and deliver to them, example. And I told you hotel product things, chopstick, you can buy any chopstick in anywhere, but if you have a logo of the hotel, it's a pride for the person that, hey, I have this logo from this hotel, to show off. And this is also a trend of business. So I think many other things. Okay, of course we can't take the monkey away from Katharine and back there and put a selling product, but there must be somewhere that Katharine know better than me how to enhance the business with what you have around you. Maybe we don't realize it, but if you sit longer, we think a little bit deeper, maybe the answer is somewhere around us. That's my thought.
Katharine, come on, your turn.
Yeah, well, creative industry, yeah, it's very exciting. I'm very excited, and I think that's a great move from YB. Very, very forward-thinking. Again, Penang leads in that, so really well done to that. I think we've just scratched the surface with the creative economy, but it's not a bad thing. We've started, which is great. I think it's so essential, so critical to moving forward. It's all about being interdisciplinary, and yeah, it's so broad. I don't really know what to say, but I mean, I guess the two things I do want to say is I've always felt that our heritage arts is something that we should not lose, and I feel we are. I mean, when you think of Thailand, their branding is so strong. And I feel a lot of it is because they still hold on to their heritage community arts, their handicrafts and all that, and I feel that's being lost. So vision for creative economy, and we are driving forward with contemporary arts and all this, even like what Raj's example with his chopsticks, it's contemporary, it's design, very design based, etc. But I hope we don't lose our heritage, our arts heritage, So a lot of, like the Batu Ferringhi market, it's all imports from Southeast Asia and China. But how incredible if that whole Batu Ferringhi stretch was made of local artisans creating local products. This is what the tourist comes for. They want to take a piece of a real Malaysia, right? And I feel that needs a real big, much bigger policy to get this kind of thing going. One village, one art, whatever. So I don't have the answers, but I'm just saying that this is what I feel we shouldn't leave behind, and we should begin to cultivate. And my second point would be, for me, the creative economy also includes sustainable tourism and sustainability. So I hope that the whole creative economy dialogue also includes sustainability, and how I believe Penang can be really forward and number one in that area too. Where I cite Thailand again, but it's overrun with plastic. In fact, the whole of Asia is overrun with plastic waste. And what can we do as driving this green economy? I think it could be a very crucial market leading vision that we could hone now, especially. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's actually very true. In fact, branding is very important for every industries. let's hear it from PGT. That maybe PGT has something to say. I want PGT to tell me about creative ways, or if you have any ideas that currently PGT is planning or in line for promoting tourism. We touch about branding a little bit from Katharine just now. We have some creativity juice coming from Raj. Maybe that inspire PGT, or PGT has something in line to share with everyone.
Okay. I think is for us nowadays. I think like now people talking about shared economy. So I think it's like now is how you have a smart partnership, so-called leverage on each other platform, and then instead of doing everything by yourself. Like for example, if we do a promotion by ourselves, and then or we work with a team or a partnership with overseas, like for example, we work very closely with Tourism Malaysia, so overseas. We work very closely with other partners such as airlines, hotels, OTAs for another example. And decide then how we can actually amplify the outcome. That will actually with the same effort that you're putting in, but if you have a collaboration or a campaign or a smart partnership with all these partners, you can have a much bigger outcome. Because the thing is, we are leveraged on each other platform. So so that was actually I think that's the way to go nowadays. And then the thing is, like, if you're talking about branding wise, there's no such thing as one platform will be the key. It need to be what we call hybrid, or like nowadays, like during this pandemic, there's so like for events, we're also doing hybrid as well. So for branding as well, we have this thing we call O2O, online and on ground. So people can have like a overall 360 experience. So yeah, so I think nowadays, if we're talking about branding promotion as well, we need to work with potential partners, and then also on various platforms. So and then all these platforms, as I mentioned just now, things are constantly change. So we need to kind of like update ourselves and keep up with the trend. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joanne. In fact, just want to say hello to some of our viewers right now. I think we flashed out quite a number just now from Vietnam, from India. We have Woon Seong from Kuala Lumpur. Thank you, Woon Seong, for reminding us Malaysia, truly Asia. We also have from Bangalore, and let's say hello to some friends from Vietnam as well, and from Penang. Thank you everyone for those of you who are watching right now. Jen is looking for a package for cyclists as well. I'm pretty sure there is. Jen, I'm pretty sure. You can see how they smile. Chok is already nodding his head. Katharine and everything. I think they can actually find all this information through Chok WhatsApp. You have like a PGT website, right?
Yes,
we're just going to promote the website for everyone.
For more information, you can go to mypenang.gov.my, or you can look for us on our social media, Penang Global Tourism as well, and our Insta, My Penang, Extreme Penang. Sorry. So yeah, so on all these platforms, we have the latest updates on the products, on the what is happening in Penang. Yeah. So and then the basic informations that all the information, you can get it on our website as well. Yes, or you can just drop us a mail, emails. We will answer everything.
Great. That is, we're coming to about 45 minutes right now. We have a last call. Let's do a bit of a last round with everyone. Maybe Katharine, you want to share some advice to tourism or attraction operators who are currently watching right now? Do you have any advice for them? Stay strong or something like that?
Yeah, my advice, I'll give the advice when I've actually made it to next year. all the current joke, or not really a joke, but the attractions are all like, we're in this for survival. We're in survival mode, right? So that's the raw honesty. But I suppose if I had any advice, would be now is the time to try something different. I think when things are comfortable and we became a bit complacent, you tend to take less risks, because you're
Agreed.
scared of what you may lose, right? You may lose what you're enjoying, the good fruits. But when you're in a low season and you know, the risk is like, well, go for it, because what have you got to lose? You don't, you know, so now is really the best time to try something new. I think that's what I've been doing at the gardens. I feel a renewed energy for it, and it's actually a very exciting time for me at the gardens, but that's a whole different story. But so I'd say, as far as possible, try something new. Yeah, to take that risk and wisely. And I think small is beautiful. So if you can stay small and compact, I think we tend to be a little bit more resilient. Yeah.
Great. That's coming from Katharine, the Vice President of ATAP. Let's hear it from Ma. How about Ma? Do you have any message, Raj, for the international community who are currently watching you right now? Raj, say something for Penang.
I think my first word to all of them is don't give up. Okay, there's always a solution for every problem. Okay, for other states are doing fairly good. Malaysian overall should be praised. Okay, Penang people, they are very strong in their discipline, understanding and sincerity in recovering in whatever problem they face. That's one thing I believe in Penang, and they can overcome. In whole Malaysia, we can overcome this. Only thing, be strong. Don't for once give up, thinking there is no second way of doing it. Okay, as I said, every single problem there's a solution. Go, think, be patient. You will get the result. That's my message.
That's actually very wonderful. Wow, I got it from Katharine and Chok as well. We actually have someone who is well, let's show this. Stab from Sarawak. I think Stab is like a big fan right now to our show. She commented yesterday as well. Stab, hi from Penang. So she's from Sarawak. She has this question: what's your opinion on selling premium experience to hotels during the period, since everyone is selling them low? And she also have this very cool idea: pop-up picnic by the hotel pool. Wow. Any inputs, panelists? Come on, last round before we.
This is a question for Raj's hotels.
Yeah, I'm studying. I think she should try to stay in a Lexis hotel. Solve a problem. Because Lexis is doing very well, because I'm not promoting Lexis, but I think it's a good example during this COVID time, because they have their own swimming pool. They benefit most of it. With the COVID now, doing picnic in a hotel, in the beach and all that is not at the moment. Maybe it's a good idea in future, but we have a hotel who can do what she have recommended, okay, which have their own swimming pool in every room. So that's great. Okay, that's good that we do have the facility in this difficult time, so people still can enjoy in your own comfort, like what Katharine said. Keep small, okay, and you can get your family all together into the room and enjoy the swimming beach in your room itself. That's my thought. But I think it's a good idea. But I think in future the beach hotel will sure lovely to do that concept once the COVID is over.
Great. All right, I think we are coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much, my dear panelists. For those of you who are watching, we have Chok, the CEO of Penang Global Tourism. We have Raj, the acting chairman of Malaysia Association of Hotels Penang chapter, and of course Katharine, ever wonderful with her background right now, the Vice President for Association of Tourism Attractions Penang. Where's the monkey? You can't see the monkey anymore. So those of you who are watching, you just missed the monkey. She had like a monkey walking behind. Maybe Katharine, maybe you want to bring us around right now. Let's show what's behind you right now. Wow,
okay,
take a look at this.
Okay, I'll go this way. Woo, there we go. It's our new decking. Woo! So we do yoga there in the mornings, and yeah. So this was our MCO project. So yeah, so lots of exciting stuff has been happening there.
Great. So those of you who are watching, this is what you miss. You actually miss this. So it's time for you to book your first flight to Penang when the borders reopen, and we're pretty sure we want to see you, right, Chok? Right, so that's all we have for you. Thank you so much, my dear panelists, for sharing with us the secrets to domestic tourism success. There we have it, all the way from Penang to the world right now. Those of you who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. Terima kasih. And today, Europe market opens today, and to all the Europeans buyers who are joining us right now for Penang International Travel Exchange 2020, danke, merci, terima kasih from us. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Make sure you log in again tomorrow at the same time for another international forum and a more interesting topic again. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.